Blessed are those who can read a basic spreadsheet.
Welcome back to Church Planning and Money. I'm your host, Peyton Jones, and I'm here with Kurt Blake. He's the church planning specialist at ECCU. Kurt, what's on the agenda?
So we've been talking about the Beattitudes of budgeting. The first Beatitude of budgeting was blessed are the flexible. We talked about creating a 100% budget, an 80% budget, and a 120% budget. If you missed that one, you can check it out on our website. Next Beatitude of budgeting. Blessed are those who can read a basic spreadsheet, okay? I know a lot of you guys went to seminary and Bible college. Some of you maybe didn't. But one thing I know for sure is that you don't come out of seminary with a degree in how to read a spreadsheet.
Nope.
Most of you got a degree in theology, biblical counseling, something along those lines. And we're finding that a lot of seminaries and a lot of schools are starting to come on board with teaching some of the basic business principles to pastors, because they recognize that you guys need these tools. But still, more often than not, folks are coming out of seminaries, Bible colleges, without the ability to interact with some pretty basic business documents.
So why would a pastor need to be able to read a spreadsheet?
Well, I want to first just kind of back up a little bit and explain kind of the difference maybe between how we do our personal finances and how we do our church finances. So most people don't really pay attention from year to year how much money they start out on January 1st in their checking account. It's pretty fluid. Every 2 weeks you get paid.
Yep.
You spend some money. Whatever's left over you might put in savings. You can talk about all the different Dave Ramsey, Crown Financial Ministries programs that are out there. But for the most part, people run their personal finances like a checkbook. Money comes in, money goes out, right? Well, when we talk about the business side of accounting, we have two items. One's a profit and loss statement, and one is a balance sheet. Your balance sheet, that's kind of where your assets are. That's, if you put it in a personal context, that's how much money you have in savings, that's the value of your house, the value of your car, those kind of things. For a church, it's things like, we got 150 chairs and we've got a soundboard, and we might own a building, or we might have even had to put a safety deposit on
Sound equipment.
Yeah. Exactly, those kind of things. Those are balance sheet items. On the more checkbook side, if you correlate that to your personal finances, you've got a profit and loss statement, or an income and expense report.
Also P&L.
A P&L.
That's the abbreviation for it.
Exactly. Super business.
I know things.
Hey, you know all sorts of business.
I know stuff.
The reason why it's important to understand the P&L and be able to engage with it is because at the bottom of the P&L, it's going to tell you what your net income is for the year. There's a big misnomer, especially here in the United States, that a church needs to be a nonprofit, meaning that it has to run down to zero every single year. And that's not actually what we mean when we call a church a nonprofit. All that we mean is if the church does engage in business and make a profit, the senior pastor can't take that profit like a shareholder or an owner of a business could, okay?
Right.
So at the end of the year, you want to be able to see that the amount of money that's come in, the income, and the amount of expenses that are offsetting that income, that there's a little bit left over. That means you ended the year in the positive.
Right.
So that's just kind of basic, business 101, P&L, balance sheet. And hopefully those are tools you can use to help you manage your church as you look at the financial side of life.
And we're going to talk about how you can actually end your year in the coming weeks and episodes with a little bit more left over at the end of the year than you began with. Definitely that's a positive. But in order to do that, you do need to know how to work a spreadsheet, read a spreadsheet. And so we would encourage you, go to eccu.org/churchplant, and you're going to find tools and even some samples of church plant spreadsheets.